Next recording, Unit 5, Form D5, recognize angles as geometric shapes and understand concepts of angle measurement. This time we are going to work on process of elimination. This is an effective strategy, especially when you are dealing with multiple choice types of tests for mathematics. So I'm going to guide you through the process. Remember, process of elimination. Now here's what's important. If you are giving possible choices, you have 1 out of 4 or a 25% chance of just guessing and getting this right. But we will use this strategy to make it almost 100%. Okay, and what do I mean by that? Let's read the question first. Geometry students use a protractor. Remember, that is a protractor. Say it! Protractor. You could have the hard plastic one or the paper one. In my class, they have both. To measure the shaded portion of the circles. Enter the measurement in degrees of an angle if 2/3 of the circle is shaded. Okay, let's set this up. So I'm going to go with what I know. All right. First off, here's a full circle. Okay. If I start here and go all the way around, that is 360 degrees. The entire thing would be shaded. Okay. We are looking for 2/3 of a circle. So watch this. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to draw another circle. I'm going to put my vertex in. I'm going to put a line. Remember, we want equivalent pieces. So this goes back to Unit 3. It's almost kind of like a peace sign. Okay? All of these are the same. This is 2/3. 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Why? 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 equals 3/3. Or one whole piece, just like this. So here's how the process of elimination works. Problem states 2/3. I know from Unit 1 and from equivalent fractions from the last 3 years, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade, 1/3 plus 1/3 is 2/3. There it is visually. I hope this is clear that this is not equal to that. So I know right away 2/3 is not the entire circle shaded. This is an entire circle shaded. Therefore, there is no way it can be 360 degrees. Also, this is what I know. Okay? I'm going to draw another circle again. Sorry if it got a little sloppy. Whoops! I'm going to slice it in half. Just by looking at my protractor, just by looking at this would be half of a circle. Okay? I know that 1/2 of a circle, or 360 degrees divided by 2, is 180 degrees. So from here to here is 180 degrees. I'd shade this. This would be a half circle. That is not the same as this. So my process of elimination has eliminated this as a possible choice. Okay, so now I'm only left down to 2 choices. Right away, you have a 50% shot of guessing to get this right. But you can just look at this shape and hopefully right away you see the correct answer. Okay, what do I mean by that? Let's do one more box. What would 60 degrees equal? If I look at my protractor and I go, watch this. I'm going to cover this so you can't see this. I'm just looking at a right angle or 90 degrees. See how it says 90 up there? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. My protractor, this would be a 60 degrees. So let's highlight this to see what this looks like visually. See how it hits the 60? if I color in this circle, so when you're taking your assessment and you have a protractor and you can use it, use it. This would be 60 degrees of a circle. See this? It's a small piece. Remember, this is only half of a circle. There's no way this is equal to this. Now, obviously, the size of this is different, but I would need to color all of this and then some more. So right away, once again, due to the process of elimination, I know it can't be 60. The answer would be 240 degrees. Now, since this is math and we want to make sure that we are correct, here's another way that you could do it. One more way. But I wanted to visually show you what is happening with 360 degrees. 2/3 is not 360. Okay, so we cross that off. 1/2 or 180 degrees is not 2/3, so we cross that off. And I just showed you 60 degrees right there. There's no way that's 60, but let's prove it. One more way. Prove it. Okay, so I have 2/3 times 360 degrees. And this goes back to your previous recordings. Now, the reason why I avoided this, I still have a lot of kids having trouble multiplying, dividing, so this is tricky for them. It's hard to do, okay? But here's how it works. 2 times 360. If you have trouble multiplying, that would be like 360 plus 360. I just add 720. So this would become 720. I know it's super small there. Okay. Then on the bottom, 3 times 1 is 3. All right. So I would take 720 divided by 3. Now, if division is hard, I know that this answer times this should get me the top number. So I'm going to come over here. Let's see. Watch. 1, 2, 3. 240 plus 240 plus 240. Let's see if this works. 0, 0, 0, 4, 8, 12. Carry the 1, 6, 720 degrees. Okay. Now, I know this type of math will quickly confuse a lot of my kiddos, so I avoided that. But we just proved that 240 degrees would work just by using ratios and multiplying and dividing. Okay. So, again, if that seems like it's too much, get rid of that and just focus on this, and you can use logic to get the answer. Okay? All right. Okay, hope that helps. That's it. And one last piece that you could show. Of course, I'm having too much fun. 8 minutes. If I said 1, and this goes back to previous recordings, 1/3 of 360 degrees, I would take this divide by 3. This would equal 120 degrees. So from here to here is 120 degrees. Therefore, if this is 120, this is 120 degrees. So then you can just add those two and get the 240. Okay? The more you use a protractor, the more you play around with the protractor, and the more comfortable you get with fractions and degrees, the more you will get used to solving these problems and solving them much faster. Because in the end, I had some kids last year, they just memorized it, and they quickly knew right away 2/3 was 240 degrees. Okay, that was 10 minutes. Have fun. Remember, when you're taking a test, use the strategy of process of elimination. Go with what you know. Eliminate the answers that you know are not correct right away, and then use your logic to get rid of the last one, and then you're right. Hopefully. Later.